Hello everyone, Happy New Year. I hope those of you who celebrated had a great holiday season. It is the first day back from winter break and I have quite a bit to do this morning. So I need to make some copies. I need to hang up some stuff that fell while we were out. I need to laminate a couple of things. So we're not going to waste any time. I'm going to just dive right on into that. I will take you along as I get everything ready to show you what we're going to do today. We are going to do a mix of reviewing expectations and regular curriculum because our pacing guide does not really give us much of a break there. So that's what's up. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the kids come back in a good mood. Most of them will probably be very excited to be back at school. So we will just take it as it comes. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and start getting prepared for the day. So here we go. All right, hello everyone. It is 2:28. I am on my plan time. This has been an interesting day. For the first hour of the day, I think, I only had 7 students and I am currently up to 8. So it's been very difficult to figure out exactly what to do because I'm missing half of my class. Like you can see, that's all the backpacks that are here, 8 of them. So it's been a bit interesting. It's very hard to like go over routines and procedures and things when you're missing the vast majority of your students. So, yeah. Happy New Year, welcome back. I am going to go ahead and show you what we did today. So yesterday I did some planning because I left it to the last possible minute. That's, you know, I wanted to enjoy my break, but I'd written down just some post-it notes with some stuff that I wanted to print off. All of this comes from Tara West's, I think it's called Kinder Refresh. Let me check. Yeah, Kinder Refresh Winter Jumpstart. So I will, I'll just insert the little cover right here. But basically it's lessons and things to like reintroduce the students to school. So I did pick and choose some of the activities from that. We read one of the books that she put in there. Tomorrow we will start reading another one because that's talking about school routines like hallway, restroom, cafeteria, that kind of stuff. And our school is doing a refresh ourselves. So each day we're talking about a different area. Another thing that came in that pack was some letter refresh. So we have these packets that look like this, and it just focuses on this handful of letters at a time. And it's just having them trace it, write it, find it. And then it also comes with a word building mat. So we did this together because my students are not spelling words yet. We use being a reader and making meaning, which it's all combined into one now. It's just called being a reader. And they don't do any of that in there. the students do that work in small groups. So none of them can do something like this independently. I maybe have like a couple. So we did it together. We went through the letters, the sounds that they make, some words that start with that, and then we spelled out the CVC words together. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a new book with different letters, a different building mat, etc. What else? It also comes with a numbers refresh. I'll show you that. So the numbers refresh, it's the same thing, and it's just got a number on the back, and then they trace it, all that kind of stuff. I need to cut them out because they are stapled together. I just ran those off. And then it comes with like an independent practice page, which I'm going to use for intervention time. So they'll trace them and then they'll write the number down here. On the back, there's a page for combining sets together. So we have not really introduced number sentences, but we'll do this together. Some of them are ready for this and are on this already with their Imagine Math. So this is just another little review thing that was in there. She also had things like coloring pages. She has a scissors one, all kinds of stuff. And then each letter alphabet refresh comes with a page that looks like this. So you have tracing the letter, writing down the beginning sound for the picture, and then writing out the CVC words. So I'm really thankful to her for putting all of that together because that's making things much easier on me. So today we did our regular math lesson. I only had 8 students, so we all did it on the floor together at the same time. Obviously, I'm not going to do small groups of math when there's just 8 total kids here. We'll see. We'll see if I get more of them back tomorrow. It could just be, it's very, very cold outside. So that's one thing that's working against us. It's very, very cold. I think it's like 12 degrees or something like that. So it's very, very cold. We have a rather large uptick in COVID numbers in this area. And it was coming off of winter break. And I'm not sure that some parents realized that we were back today. So we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow brings. What I just showed you is what we're going to be doing tomorrow with the coloring sheet and things like that. It's 2:34. I'm very tired. It's very difficult to like get back into the swing of things, especially since I don't tend to sleep well the day, the night before we come back from a break. I've never been able to sleep well because I'm thinking about 1,000 different things. But it's been an okay day. They are very out of practice with school expectations, very squirrely, but we're making it. We're making it. And when they come back, we will have like an hour left, not even an hour. So we can do it. I am going to give them their indoor recess when they come back, and then we're going to do that alphabet refresh packet. So that's what we're going to do for writing. We're just going to work on handwriting, basically, because we finished the handwriting in our actual handwriting book last week because I knew I wanted to give myself a little bit of wiggle room this first week to free up some minutes. But yeah, that's what we got going on. I'm going to cut these things out so they're ready for later on in the week when I need them. And then we'll see how much time I have left. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. So I will check in with you later, I guess. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is 8:16. I just got finished putting our 2 most recent poems into my students' poetry readers. And now I'm going to get stuff pulled up on the computer, and then I have a cart to put together. I already have all my copies and stuff ready for today. I also need to look over the math lesson to make sure I have all of the materials for that. I don't know how many students I'm gonna have, since yesterday I only had 8. So we shall wait and see, I guess. Yeah, it's very hard to plan when you don't know how many kids you're gonna have. I don't know if parents didn't realize that we were supposed to come back yesterday. Maybe they had the days off, like, wrong, or it was very, very cold yesterday. Maybe that played a factor. It could be COVID. It could be any number of things. So we will just see what happens today. But I am trying to get caught up on some stuff that I should have done before break and didn't do. So during my planning time, I need to finish scoring their math assessments that are part of our student learning objectives and get all that entered so I can get that finished and submitted. Yeah, we'll just play it by ear, I guess. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this stuff up on the computer, and then we'll work on that cart and switching the math stuff over. All right, hello everyone, different view. We just got word that our students are to take Chromebooks home starting tonight, just in case of winter weather, as our district has some AMI days, which are alternate methods of instruction days to play around with, and that will keep us from having to use snow days. So they want the kids to have devices at home. So now I need to put together their little QR codes so they can get logged into their computers. So that's not what I was wanting to do on my plan time. I was wanting to go through this pile of stuff that I have right here and get it all put away, but needs must. So that's what I'm going to work on, and then we'll see how much time I have left. I'm really hoping that I will still get a chance to put some of this away, but we'll see. The good thing about AMI days is that the kids can be asynchronous, so teachers will just need to assign work and let parents know what they should be doing rather than teaching live virtually. So, also an update, because I haven't talked to you since this morning. I do have almost all of my students here today. Yay. I am still missing 3, so I have 13 of my 16. It's been an okay day, not great, but okay. It's actually been fine except for one student who I did eventually have to send out of the classroom. So other than that, we've made it through. When they come back from specials, we're gonna go outside for recess. It's warmer today, not super warm, but like 40 or something like that. So better than it was yesterday, which it was in the teens yesterday. So we'll go to recess, we'll come back in, we will finish the letter handwriting thing that we were working on yesterday for writing, and then we'll just see how much time we have left. If I need to, I'll just put on a video about the seasons or something like that, which is what we're talking about in science. So yeah, we'll just play it by ear. But anyway, I'm gonna laminate these cards so that they can take them home, and then we will see how much of my plan time I have left. So let's go. Hello everyone. It is 2:14 on Wednesday. It's been a day, not because of the students, but we are very, very short-staffed today. So people who would usually be around to help with breaks and things like that either aren't here or they're having to fill in elsewhere in the building. So it has been a bit crazy and chaotic, especially because it's too cold outside for them to go out for recess. So yeah, the social worker had to cover my class's indoor recess. Anyway, so interesting day. This morning I did not get a chance to get on because we had our whole grade level PLC, I should say. So typically we have PLC every week during one day on our planning time, but that's broken up into whoever you have specials with. This time it's everyone. So it's a way for all of us to meet together and talk about whatever we need to talk about. So we were talking about how to help the students get a little bit more familiar with some of the questions that they're asked on the Galileo assessment for math. So we've been working to put together some practice things that we can do at the beginning of our math lesson. So I will show you what I'm talking about. This is a kind of fluency activity for more or less and equal to. So I'll just flip you around and I'll show you the three that I've put together. Three. So here's a look at that. Okay, so the question down here is the question from Galileo. So the voice says, look at the birds, which obviously these are cupcakes, but the question said, look at the birds, click on the group with more birds. If the number of birds in each group is the same, click on both groups. So right now we're just working on getting them to recognize which one has more or less. So here's one that I did with cupcakes, then I have airplanes, and then I have balloons. So that's where we are right now. So yeah, that's what is going on. I am tired today, as I've been the last 2 days. It's difficult for me to like get back into the swing. I am missing 5 students again as well. I have no idea why they're not here. Well, 2 of them I do know why they're not here, but the others, absolutely no clue. So I just sent an email to one of the parents whose child has been out all 3 days this week so far. That child has particularly bad attendance. So I don't know that I'm going to get a response, but hopefully I will, and we can get that kiddo back to school. The room is looking kind of a mess. As you can see, we've just got a lot of stuff everywhere that needs to be picked up. They have to take their Chromebooks home with them again tonight. That's like the new thing that we're doing with winter weather, because we do get snow and things. Initially, they had said it was supposed to snow tonight, but I don't think it actually is now. I don't know, I could be wrong. But yeah, so getting them now into the habit of putting the Chromebooks into their backpacks after centers instead of into the cart was challenging. So I needed to do a lot of reminders. Also, I had gotten used to not having to talk through a mask, and my voice is not used to that anymore after 2 weeks. So that's fun also. What else? I'm kind of just looking around the classroom. I have a student who went for a break, so she wasn't in here for centers, so I need to go ahead and clean up her area a little bit, and then maybe I can go ahead and tackle that pile of stuff on my back table. I also need to copy something for them to work on tomorrow morning and Friday morning when they come in. And I need to look at math. I think that's probably going to be about all the time we've got. Or I may just sit here and be totally lazy. So we will see what I get up to, but I'm definitely going to clean up her stuff right now. So I'll go take care of that, and then we'll just see how the rest of the day goes. I will try to get some footage. This has been, as I said, kind of a rough day, not because of the students, just because of circumstances. So anyway, let's go ahead and clean her mess up. Good morning, everyone. It is 8:42. I got here a little after 8 this morning, but I had some things I had to take care of. So I have 3 students who are out due to COVID. So I am assigning them work to work on while they are out if they feel up to it. So I had to go on Seesaw and give them a few more things to work on. And then I had to look through the math for today, but thankfully it's all prepped. I just wanted to remind myself what we were doing, but it's almost exactly what we were doing yesterday. So everything is ready to go for that. I also finished listening to an audiobook. And since I use my phone to film, I can't listen to that and film at the same time. So obviously I was listening instead of filming. Anyway, I am going to update my morning slide because now that the students are taking Chromebooks home and bringing them back, I need to add that step onto our what to do. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is our morning slide that is up on the smartboard when they come in. So I need to go ahead and add the piece about plugging your Chromebook in. And then I think we're ready to go. Hopefully. 2 more days this week. This has been an interesting one. Yesterday, as I'd mentioned, I think I only had 11 students most of the day, so I'm not sure how many are going to come today. It's just very hit or miss. But we will see what happens and hope that regardless, it's a good day. So I am going to take care of updating this slide, and not really sure what else we'll get up to, but I will try to get a little bit more footage today. I know I didn't do a very good job yesterday since we had that meeting in the morning and things were just very hectic. So yeah, fingers crossed we have a good day. Yesterday was pretty good, so here we go. Hello everyone, it is 2:28. I am on my plan time. I just went upstairs to run off the first few lettervention lessons for my students who still need their letters. So if you are not familiar, I'll put the cover right here. It's another Tara West product, but basically it introduces 1 letter per 2 lessons. So I will kind of show you if I can find it. I got a whole stack of stuff here. So basically it has a lesson for you day 1, day 2. On day 1, they trace and write the letter, and then on day 2, they find the letter, like mixed. You have to color them in. And you introduce 1 letter at a time. So the first letter is T, lowercase t, and yeah, sorry, I had that backwards. You do the finding first and the tracing day 2. Anyway, so that's like 1 lesson. So what I did is I ran off that first set of papers for my group that I'm going to start this with. I also got this paper right here from a coworker. She has them just write their sight words over and over in the rainbow with the rainbow colors. So this is something that I'm going to put into a center for them to work on. And I also printed off the first 5 lessons, well, they're partial lessons from SIPs. So they focus solely on the sight words. So this one is I see me, all 3 of which are district sight words that go along with being a reader. And I have students that are just really struggling to pick up their sight words. So I'm hoping that maybe the SIPs lesson will assist with that. So there's pieces that go along with that too, like a sentence, 2 sentences, and then a like spelling sheet. So we're going to give that a whirl and see if maybe that helps a little bit, because I'm not sure what else to do with the ones that just cannot pick up these words. It is pretty concerning, but yeah. So I printed off the first 11 lessons worth of stories because they all focus on our sight words. So I'm hoping that if we just drill that for the next couple of weeks with this group that hopefully they will pick up their sight words and we can move them into a set. So lettervention, going back to that, comes with cards like this. So it has the letter, the lowercase letter, and then motion that you do with it. So H for hot, and you do like the motion, and that's how they all work. So I'm going to put the cards in the order of lettervention because I had let somebody borrow them and they're not in order anymore. So I'm gonna put that together. And what else? I think that's probably it. I'm pretty well caught up today. I might start planning for next week just to look at the math, just to kind of get a head start on that. Yeah. If you're curious, keeping track of my attendance woes, I have 10 students today. 10 students today. So it's just very difficult to teach curriculum when you know that students are going to be out, but it is our expectation from our administrators that we are teaching the curriculum every day. So it is what it is. I will say it's been pretty nice to do the math lesson like this because I'm essentially teaching it to a small group, which is what I was wanting to start doing anyway with math workshop and stuff. But I haven't had my students here except for Tuesday. Almost all of them were here on Tuesday. I was only missing 3. So I did do the small groups, but every other day it's just been whole group because I've had 9 students on one day, 10 students on another day, and 11 students on another day. Yeah, anyway, that's that. We're done talking about that. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up. I have some papers and things around from what we were working on earlier, and then I'm going to probably start planning, maybe. I haven't really had much for y'all this week. It's definitely been a bit of a rough one getting back into the flow, but we shall survive. So let's go ahead and actually do some work. Good morning, everyone. TGIF. This has been a whirlwind of a week. We are like hemorrhaging teachers. We have so many staff out with COVID. It's crazy. So we will see what today holds for us all. Every day, like someone else is out. So it's been an adventure. Let's just put it that way. What I'm going to do this morning is I need to print the poem that we're reading this week off for our reading lesson because they are going to read from it in their poetry reader. So I need to get that printed and we will put them in our poetry readers today. And then we're going to reread some of the other poems in there. So I want to make a wheel of names, spinner wheel with the poems so that we can spin it and pick which ones we want to read from. So I need to go ahead and get that printed off and hole punched so that we can just put them in our folders during reading. I have no idea how many students I'm going to have today. Monday was the lowest day. I only had 8 students on Monday. Tuesday I had 13. Wednesday I had 11. And yesterday I had 10. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I am, like I said, gonna print this off really fast, run upstairs and grab it, and then I'm gonna look over math. I believe I have everything that I need for that, but I just want to verify and double check. Also, I have a lot of like little things laying around that I need to get put back in their actual bins. The students are not great about cleaning up. We tend to leave pieces like all over the place, so need to take care of that. And then we'll see how much time I have. It is 8:24. I got here about 8:15. It was kind of moving a little slow this morning, but we're here, we're gonna figure it out and hopefully have a good day. So I will try to do a little bit more checking in. I know thus far it's been very scattered, very hard to get footage, but I will do what I can and take you along on this very, very, very cold Friday. It is like single digits outside. Here, I'll look it up because I don't actually know what it is, but it is freezing outside right now, like literally, not an exaggeration. It is 8 degrees outside. Yeah, it's very cold. So we're gonna have another day of indoor recess, which is not good when you're short-staffed, but it is what it is. So we'll just power through and hopefully have a good end to the week. So let's go ahead and get the day started. Okay, y'all, it is like 5:10 and I am getting ready to head out. I did not film anything on my plan time because I was rearranging my classroom. So I'm going to pan you around and show you. I am getting a new student on Monday. I think I mentioned that before, but I can't remember. So I wanted to put more space between the tables and I just rearranged a few things. So let me walk you around and show you. I'm leaving my room an absolute mess. I don't typically do this, but I want to go home. So it's just gonna have to be a mess. So anyway, here's what it looks like. Ignore the mess. Okay, so this table was over here a little bit more. I scooted it over. I'm hoping that I can find like a drawer unit or something that I can put writing activities in. We'll see, but that's kind of what I'm thinking here. So I'm gonna pan you over. You saw me moving the word wall over. This is not ideal. It's not even straight, but y'all, it is what it is. So that's how we're keeping that. And then coming right next to it, I have now moved my students' cubbies right here. It was like way across the classroom. I'll show you in a minute. I moved it here. It fits nicely. It doesn't block the letters too much. I'm gonna kind of fiddle with these bins a little bit, so I'm not too fussed about it. This has not changed. This is a mess. Coming over here, here's another thing that I changed. So I did not like that this was underneath the coat rack. It was just a giant pain. So I went ahead and scooted it over, put the chairs there so they can read. And then coming more this way, mailboxes. This is where I moved the word work station, which was over there. So I just swapped those two things. I am going to use this bulletin board for center stuff to kind of just post everything right there so that they know what group they're in, what bin they're supposed to work in. I think I might actually turn this thing into the writing bin now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, I just was thinking about that. As I said, I was gonna find a unit, but I might just use this one. And then here's their book boxes. This was the word wall, so I need to take those down. Everything on this table needs to be taken care of. So yeah. And then I got this little table. It's an IKEA table. I didn't buy it. It was in an empty classroom. So I took that for like my calm down corner, and then everything else is still the same. So back around to the front. Yeah. So anyway, that is a look at what I was doing during my plan time. I also moved the tables around. So if you look, I just spaced them out a little bit more, but I like it a lot better. The kids were like, whoa, what did you do? But I think they'll like it better because they won't be quite as on top of each other. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a very long week. I am heading home. I hope you enjoyed what footage I was able to get this week. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.